Right now.
Yeah, over the next 4 days, we're going to give y'all daily updates of what's going on in the Masters. We're coming to you live every day for the next 4 days. Now, we got some shitty weather. We all know this, rain, whatnot. The course is going to be wet.
Exactly.
But we're going to give you daily updates. We're going to give you a little bit of history about the Masters. We're going to talk a little bit about past champions. And of course, we're going to have our picks, which I can't wait to hear it.
Well, you know, just because we grew up together, we have the same mother. We still don't know if we have the same father. But anyway.
Well, we got two brothers that are older than us that don't look nothing
like us. I don't know what
but
happened.
People from Savannah know this.
So we probably do have the same one. But Brent couldn't say it any better. I'm not going to repeat what he said about the weather, but it is true.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean Herb.
And I'm Brent Herb.
And we're the Herb Brothers. We're here to do a preview for you. The 2020 84th Masters. Right here at the 19th hole in the Henderson cabin, right in the center of the Universe Coach's Corner.
In Savannah, Georgia.
You got it. We're going to go over some things today. We're going to do some previews. We're going to take our picks. We're going to show you the course. We're going to talk about the old course last year compared to the new course after the COVID and everything's taken into effect. But right now we need to do something. What are we going to do?
I think we need to have a cocktail.
I think so.
I wrote that one. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Where's our favorite caddy? Here comes Christina.
Christina, hey honey, how are you?
Come on in. There you go. We have our own bar here. Like everyone to meet Christina, our caddy for the day. She's so much better looking than Mose Pemberson's caddy, I can tell you that right now.
What are we having today?
We are going to have the classic Arnold Palmer.
Sweet, yes. With a Herb Plus, correct?
Absolutely.
Oh, you got it. I'm excited about it. We definitely need it right now.
You guys take care.
Oh, tell us what we got in there.
We're going to do a big old shot of raisins.
I don't see why we wouldn't. Good there.
Fit.
Lord, are we going to make it through this show is the question of the night. As you can see, it's a beautiful evening at Coach's Corner. We've got a lot of special things for you. We're going to have a great time.
Yep. What a great weekend to have the Masters in November and the fall.
It's a whole different aspect of the Masters. Oh, that looks lovely.
We got a special guest coming as well.
Oh, y'all can't wait for this. We're glad you have them. We don't know what we're doing.
He's been around for since '92 in Savannah, Georgia. Everybody knows who he is.
Thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, girl.
Let's all thank Christina for this.
Thank you, Christina.
We're bringing back when we had another shot.
All right.
Much better, brother.
So,
Cheers.
cheers to you, and cheers to Bobby Jones. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And we'll even do a little cheer to the veterans today. It is Veterans Day today while we're filming this. I think it's a wonderful day. Everybody is close to a veteran right now. You probably ought to look next to them, say thank you for your service. You see somebody in uniform, thank them for their service.
Beautiful day.
To the 19th hole here.
Yes.
We in the Henderson cabin.
Man, it was fun having Tim.
Man, it was an awesome interview. He has a plethora of knowledge.
A privilege to have him here.
All the knowledge we can get, I can tell you right now.
Yeah. So let's talk about the COVID, bud. The COVID's messed up everything.
It's done that for 2020. We've had a bad year.
My kids asked me, Dad, are we trick-or-treating this year? And I said, shit hunt, son. It's been Halloween for 8 months. My God. I mean, what do you mean are we trick-or-treating? What do you want, a bag of candy? I don't know.
That's all right.
But the COVID has hurt the Masters tremendously. There's going to be no fans, which is going to be totally strange. Not only for the golfers, but for all the viewers and everybody else, you know?
Yeah, I agree with it. I think, you know, the viewers are, you know, a lot of the people that go every year and enjoy the Masters are going to miss out on that opportunity, of course. Like Tim was saying early, I mean, this guy's been doing it for years. He's a newsman. He gets credentials every year, and all of a sudden, bam, he can't even go. Yep. So he'll be watching it at home just like our regular folks, you know what I'm saying? So it is going to hurt the fans, but I think it's going to affect the players a little bit too.
Oh, it's definitely going to affect the players.
I
Jesus,
mean,
are you kidding me?
And I think affecting the players, the weather overall is going to affect the players, but also not having that there, not having the oohs and the ahs.
Yes, the roars.
Everything with the course. I mean,
yes.
There's a reason they, you know, call it the roars of Augusta.
And it's going to be soaking wet, bud. It's going to be soaking.
Oh, tomorrow
morning when they tee off. I think the first tee time is around 7,
I'm gonna,
7,
you know, we talk about DeChambeau and the
they
long
might
players.
not be teeing off at 7 o'clock.
Oh, it might
and it gets dark at 5:30 in November. You got to remember that.
Might be kind of tight. And teeing off 1 and 10, we know that, which is different altogether. Tiger's teeing off on 10. He's going to be playing aim-in corner at the beginning of his round rather than the end of his
ain't
round.
worth the shit because you start on 10, you got to hit that immediate draw. Normally you could roll into that. You're feeling comfortable and used to it, so you got the draw swing.
Then you get the aim-in corner. You don't have that gallery sitting there.
No gallery, all that.
You don't have the azaleas behind 13. We heard Rory talk about today. You know, what do you think about not having the azaleas on it? Always, he goes, well, I don't have to go dig my ball out. I hit it in the azaleas every time on 13. It's like, there you have it. They're going to have a lot of places to miss on the course that they didn't have before.
Well, hey, man, let's talk about the history of the Masters real quick, just for a minute.
Yeah, let's go.
The Green Jacket started in 37.
Yeah.
What else you know about that?
Well, they actually designed the course, McKenzie and Jones in 33, I believe.
34, 33, something like that, yeah.
And then
we don't have to be
first
exact.
Masters. Dates, we're not good with math, I don't know.
We just
What's
hear
the
winging it.
calculator? I don't know. But anyway, the Masters is going on for years. I think the only time they didn't have the Masters was 3 years, I think, for World War II, if I am correct on this. If I'm not, you got my cell number, call me. I mean, I don't mind taking, obviously, whatever. But I think the only time they messed up was 3 years during the war. This COVID almost came into play with that, almost stopped it for another year. Since World War II, can you imagine how long that's been?
The COVID.
Crazy.
The COVID canceled a par 3. Normally today, we watch the damn par 3 tournament. We don't get no par 3. We don't get to see the golfers out there with their kids.
You don't get to see Nicholas.
And that cute little caddy
grandson hit a hole-in-one during the par 3.
I mean, what is this?
I watched Tony Finau lose his shit and trip up on the fairway running there for a hole-in-one.
And I know y'all been watching John Rahm.
What'd he do the rest of the week? He had to wear an ankle brace for the Masters. It's like, holy Jesus, what are you doing?
Who on ankle brace? Tony Finau.
It's $1 a swear word.
We got the swears.
We don't worry about that swear bucket afterwards.
We've been called out by one of our set directors back here that says every time we cuss, it's $1. We will donate that towards the Savannah Junior Golf Association.
There you go. Now hey, tight. Now we're talking. I want to hug you so bad right now, you son of a bitch.
When you want, come here, buddy.
Come here. That's what brothers do.
Tight. Hey, nothing weird. We're brothers, okay?
No.
I didn't hug Tim, okay? So we're good.
But you got to remember, John Rahm. I mean, hell, y'all been watching the news live from the Masters. John Rahm hit it in. They were skipping like they always do.
Yeah.
Bullshitting around.
Exactly.
At 16. He skipped it in the damn hole.
It's crazy.
Well, hey, was there a gallery there?
I mean, no,
there wasn't no gallery. Could you imagine of all the people there?
They'd have gone wild.
We might have heard it here in Savannah, Georgia. From
you know what he had? Two golf claps from his caddy and his fellow player.
And he got a high five from Fowler.
He did. I saw Ricky come out and give him a high five, which is great. Hold on, let me lube up real quick. I'm talking real fast here. We need to slow down for you spectators. I don't know about you.
Well, you want to talk about some heartaches at the Masters?
Well, let's talk about the weather first.
Okay, the weather.
The weather is going to be so dramatic tomorrow. If it rains, they tee off late. You have to think balls are going to plug. It's going to be lift, clean in place. You're going to pick your ball up, clean it, and they're talking about the long players right now, which this is going to help. Because if you're like me, I've never been a long player. Brent knows
shit.
This.
I grew up with
I play for the bump and.
Good God.
I'm sorry. Do you mind if I slap him during this interview? Anyway. But I'm talking, they're looking for the bump and run down the hill.
And some of the people live from the Masters are talking about the short people with the short game, like the veterans.
Well, there you go, short people.
It's going to bring advantage. Short game people, excuse me.
I'm sorry, you said short people.
Don't be a smart ass right now. Watch your mouth.
You're almost as tall as a driver.
But the short game people that don't hit their drive as long as Dustin Johnson or DeChambeau, of course, nobody does these days. They're like, oh, it's going to bring them into the game. That's all bullshit in my mind.
Yeah, I believe this too. Boy, you're going to owe a lot of money tomorrow, but that's okay. Keep going.
Instead of them getting a roll off the tee shot, which is huge.
And people want to, people watch TV. Now, let me just interrupt you for a second. People that watch it on TV, they don't see the hills of Augusta. It is like this, people. I mean, you're hitting drives, they're coming down. You're hitting off lines into an elevated green when you're hitting off a hill like this. You have a downhill lie, you're hitting an elevated green. People don't realize what these golfers can do with their ball. It's amazing. That's why I don't think the length is a big thing. I mean, sometimes you can hit it past the trouble.
You don't think the length is a big thing?
I don't.
Off the tee box, really?
What's the best ROM? What's the best ROM? What is the best?
Holy shit.
DeChambeau. Everything's about DeChambeau.
Oh, that's fine. Talk him up.
It's like the umbrella.
But the man's there for a reason. He's got a short game, too,
I didn't say he wasn't there for a reason.
Nobody talking about a short game.
He's got a great short game.
You can't win the match. You can't putt.
I'm just saying, what's the best he ever finished?
Who, DeChambeau?
Yeah, just
tied
asking
for
you.
21st when he was an amateur.
Throwing it
In
out there.
2016.
But you know what?
I mean, what the fuck?
If you think about it, the Masters has been going on so
Nobody
many years.
hits at 340
Did you
plus.
know that most of the Masters wins, or half of them, are all the same player? Nicholas with 6, Tiger with 5, Palmer with 4, Fowler with 3, Mickelson with 3. It's just like they cover. Experience is the key to it.
Well, and technology.
He doesn't have a lot of experience. Oh yeah, he was.
DeChambeau's
Let me-
hitting 340 plus. Nobody's ever heard of this shit before.
He hits
Nobody's heard of it.
340. Okay.
Plus.
Let's go
He
get.
can drive number 3 at the Masters.
Oh, well, let's go add an inch to our driver and try to hit it 360.
48 inches.
What the hell is he
It's
thinking?
legal. What do you
He's
mean?
hitting it fine. He won the Open. He's hitting it great. He's the
Oh,
number
man.
1 pick. Let's go change clubs. Why don't you just get a whole nother set?
We're going to get to our picks in a minute, brother, okay?
Oh, I didn't know that was one of your picks. I didn't mention that. He did. Whoop, cat out the bag. Sorry.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Shit. But of course it's going to be wet. Another thing I got to think about.
Right.
They're PGA golfers, the best in the world.
Right.
You know,
Of
you
course.
got to know how to put spin on the ball. You know, the greens are going to be wet. It's going to screw with them.
But they're going to stick.
They're going to stick, and boy, that ball's going to be backing up, sucking
Exactly.
back. You got to know how to clip the ball. Now, if you're a PGA professional, you're going to know how to clip the ball.
Yeah.
You know, if you're some Joe Blow, you're like,
Well, also with the chips, you can have Bermuda out there.
chips everywhere. Yeah.
You're going to be chipping up on that uphill slope on a green. It's not going to be like usually at Augusta.
You never had a
It's
good
gonna
short
stop.
game.
I had a great short game. You couldn't putt at your ass. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I was the best damn putter in Savannah, Georgia when I was 12 years old.
Really? Did you hear this comment? Oh my God. I'm about to have to move over because his head's getting a little big on stage. Just saying. Best putter in Savannah, Georgia. You couldn't putt it in a 5-gallon drum. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Listen to
See,
you,
this is what
Tony.
we used to do on course. I'll never forget we were little one time at the Wilmington Island Club, Sheridan, back in the day. We started fighting like this one down the driving range. He pegged a 2-iron at me from 10 feet away.
Hit him right in the stomach. I
Yeah.
loved it. He
So I started
crying
taking
like a
3
little
irons. He started running. So what I do? I took all his clubs out the
He
bag.
started breaking them over.
snapping
He
them one
broke my
by
whole
one.
damn set of clubs.
He started
the
crying.
first real set I
Mom's
had.
gonna kill you. I said, don't give a crap. I'm sorry.
As he was crying, he did that.
Yeah,
You know?
after you hit me with a 2-iron. It happens and it's painful. It's very painful.
All right,
But
well,
it's all good.
let's talk about the majors. So far, the Open Championship got canceled because of COVID.
Right.
Okay,
This is the last major.
This is the last major, and it's going to be the first major because we got the Masters coming up in April.
Yeah, in April we have it again. This is so
we got the
good.
Masters. So anyway, 2020, what, PGA Championship?
Yeah.
Do you know who won the 2020
ahead.
PGA
Who?
Championship? Colin Morikawa.
That's your boy.
Do you remember that?
Love that
Did y'all
guy.
watch that?
Yeah.
Colin Morikawa
Yeah.
closed the deal. He's young.
Hit a
He's new on
fabulous-
tour. He's never played in the Masters, by the way. This year's his first Masters tournament. He hit a drive on 16 with a cut shot on the green. Y'all saw it.
It was amazing. It
Jesus
really
Christ.
was.
Had a putt for eagle.
I'd never
Paul
heard of the
Casey-
guy before that.
Paul
to be
Casey's
honest
in
with
the
you.
hunt. He's on the 17th tee, about to tee off. He throws back and sees that damn shot. He's like, oh my God, what a great shot. The tournament's over.
Yeah.
Bam. Colin Morikawa. You got it, buddy.
That's what they're going to have at Augusta then. They're going to have to look back
We're going to
and
get to that
see.
in a minute. And
No.
this year Masters.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's going to be
I didn't
totally
know we were
different.
on your damn script. Go ahead. We'll get to that in a minute.
Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
This damn
It was a good point.
This cocktail's getting to me. I mean, what you want me to
Christina,
do?
Caddy left. I don't know where she's at. We'll get another one in a minute. What do you want?
U.S.
We
Open.
get- I was going to go back. It was a good point you made about the Open, about him looking back.
The PJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now, like in the 86 Masters, which is my favorite Masters
Of
of all
course.
time. Nicholas won when he was 46, got a 6-screen jacket. It was fabulous.
It was. He putted with that big fat
But-
putter.
Seve was leading. He had him in the back. Nicholas is eagling, birdie, and I think he was 7 under for his last 9 holes. He got to 16. He had already.
He needed a hot dog with that chili.
Oh, boy.
Oh shit! Did he gas it?
Oh, Seve.
Oh.
God bless your soul. I hate
You
to-
talking about a chuck or
I'm
something?
telling you right now, I hate to talk about the dead. But Nicholas is on 16, getting ready to tee off. He's already eagled. He's getting up there. All of a sudden he hears, yeah. Oh. He said he hated to hear that. He heard the roar because that was for him. He knew that was for him. All of a sudden he goes, Sammy's done chili dipped it in the water, which he did.
And y'all probably remember that too.
Yeah.
He duffed the shit
I
out of
mean,
it.
y'all remember this tournament. If you didn't, go back to YouTube and watch it. It's unbelievable. And then Nicholas gets on 16 to par 3. He tees off. His son's caddying for him. He hears that, and after he hears that, it's like, all right, time to go, boys. Throws a dart up there, almost goes in the hole, just in about 2 feet.
What are you talking about right now?
And right when he hit it, I'm talking about Nicholas on 16.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And right when he hits it, he leans down to get the tee, and his son goes, be right, and he goes, oh, it is. Bam, almost hits it in the hole, ends up winning the Masters, 46 years old, got a 6-screen jacket. And people weren't taking into consideration that Tiger can do that this year if he wins. You ain't even heard about it. How many times have you ever watched a tournament and not heard about Tiger?
Well, this year you hear about Tiger.
Yeah, but not as
Shit, he's
much.
a defending champion.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing right now, mark my word. I'm Brent Herb, not Sean Herb.
Oh.
Tiger Woods will miss the cut this year. You heard it here first. I'm sorry, his putter's not working. And if you can't get the ball in the hole, boys and girls,
I'm sorry,
you ain't going to make the cut in Augusta National.
I'm going to pinch myself and wake up from this dream over here.
I'm just letting you know.
You can't ever take Tiger Woods out of the Masters. Holy jeez.
I just did.
Somebody
I mean,
take,
what the hell?
Somebody,
shit.
somebody take the CIA
Hey,
black bag off his head.
We're going to be
and
here for
wake
the next
his
4
ass
days.
up. What
Will
are
you
you
shut up for a minute?
No, I ain't shutting up.
We're going to be
You're
here for
an
the
idiot.
next 4 days, you jackass.
And we keep
Tiger
going.
Woods is missing the cut.
Wait till tomorrow after he's 2 shots behind or 2 shots ahead.
I don't give a shit what he is tomorrow.
I know. Yeah, I know your boy. I know you.
Come
I know you
Saturday,
got your boy.
he'll be on his damn
We're gonna make our picks
$20
in a
million
minute.
yacht with his little kid.
It's all good. We're
Yeah.
gonna make our picks in a minute. No, tell me this. What do
We
you?
ain't got to make the picks.
What do you think
I
about?
want to talk about Bryson DeChambeau. Can we
Oh,
talk
God.
about Bryson?
I thought we
US
already.
Open this year, Winged Foot.
Well, yeah.
Holy shit, the guy knocks the shit out of the ball. Can you imagine?
I swear, Savannah Junior Golf Association. God bless you. We're here for you. We're gonna give you all the money we got.
Yes.
Yes,
But
I
Bryson
believe it.
DeChambeau, you know, he kills the ball, 340 plus. Nobody, I mean, you heard Tiger Woods talking
You think that's the
live
key?
from the Masters.
You think that's the key to the Masters?
No, but they're all talking about how far he hits it. He brings launch pads. I'm sorry, I got to spit it out a little
Spit
bit.
it out.
I've been sitting right
What's
here
up
for
with
too
the
long.
book scripts?
Yeah, right. No shit. Tell me about it tight.
Spit that shit out.
Hey, I can stumble a little bit. Shit, we good. This is our show. I can stumble. I can do
You
whatever.
do whatever you want,
Yeah.
buddy. You can do sign
He's in the
language.
340 plus.
Yeah.
My man's got a 40-inch driver. He's
48.
48-inch. That's what I said.
No, you
Don't-
said 40.
I ain't gonna sit here and let
We'll
you
reverse this in a
talk over
minute.
my ass, okay?
It's all good.
But he's killing the ball.
I understand.
And he
that.
won the U.S. Open.
And I think it is going to
by
play a
long
big
shot.
part
Okay.
in the game, okay?
But he beat out Matt Wolf. Oh! Matt Wolf, the new kid coming up. The damn
He's
nerves
young.
of steel.
Young.
Oh!
I think he's going to do good,
That's
too.
the funniest shit I ever heard in my life when he tees off. The whole gallery, everybody. Oh! Even though he marks his ball, I don't really like that shit. I'm real
Everybody marks their ball.
I know that, but he puts like triangles. He got like a little soccer ball or something. I don't know what he plays with. I don't approve of it. But hey, who am I? He's Matt Wolf. He makes a lot more money than me.
I know. It's like a
Yeah, the damn.
It's all good. I think that length is going to come into play at Augusta. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying when you get into the Augusta National Golf Course, with no galleries now, you have a lot of places that you can hit it that you never had before. Like you go past the ropes, past the galleries. There's going to be places that have never been before.
And what? And the
I
fans
think,
stomp it down.
now, if DeChambeau, there are no fans, but if DeChambeau hits his drive accurate, I think it will come into play. But if he misses that fairway, hitting it 340 yards,
Well, the Masters pretty wide open, bud.
but I mean, I
And the
know
rough really
his
in
short
that
game
thing.
has really come into play. But if he doesn't have that short game, I don't think he can win the Masters.
I think
I'm just
he's
saying.
got it. I know his best finish
There's
is
a lot of long
tied
players.
for 21st, and when he was
I mean-
an amateur, low amateur in 2016.
Yeah.
But he's got it, or he wouldn't be winning.
you know who I
He
agree-
wouldn't have won the U.S. Open if he didn't
You know who I
have the
agree,
damn short game.
Who I agree with is Tim when he was here earlier. Tim
here we
talked
go.
about Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas averages about a 305 drive.
What are you looking
But
to
he's
get on
the
the
best
show with
long,
Tim or something?
He's the best long iron player in the world. I mean, he is so good.
Yeah.
His short game, and when he said, when he gets it all together, he's in there, he's fired up.
Yeah.
And certain people, and that's another thing, without the galleries. Certain people play off the galleries. Certain people play, you know, I think Rory is more comfortable without
How do
galleries.
you play?
I love galleries.
You do?
I think it fires you up. I think it gets your adrenaline going. And like
I remember playing with you when we were juniors growing up at the Sheridan over
you
here.
mean when I won the tournament and you didn't?
Oh, well fine.
Well,
Excuse
best
my
putter-
language.
Whoa.
I had a hole in one when I was
He's had
How many
two
hole in ones?
I've never had a hole in one.
Oh.
You know what a hole in one?
Be up! Hold on a minute.
Wait a minute.
Let's toast to that.
Wait a
Hey,
minute,
Bobby
wait a minute,
Jones.
wait a minute.
How about it tight?
This
Yeah, that
outside
shit.
voice that you heard say, how many hole in ones you had? I have had none. But you know what a hole-in-one doesn't do? It gets you a little plaque with a little golf ball. It does not win golf tournaments. Just saying.
I wish we had
Just
a video.
saying.
I
Bam.
tell y'all what, we're going to
Bam.
show a video of that.
Bam.
In the next 4 days, we're going to have a video of that. And you're going to hear him being interviewed.
Yeah.
You know what he says?
Wish it would have
been me.
Sure.
Huh? Yeah.
I couldn't ask anybody in Savannah, Georgia who's never had a hole-in-one. You see somebody in a hole-in-one, they interview, you say, yeah, I wish it would have been me.
And
He's had 2. He's
I've had
fabulous.
to. But you know, that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, we've got so much coming from the galleries out here. It's crazy.
We grew up playing golf.
it's live TV.
It is. It's live TV.
We
This
grew
is
up
how
playing
we do
golf.
it. I don't. As a famous person in Savannah, Georgia,
Hey.
named Jimmy Parker says, I don't know how we do it. And I really don't know how we do it.
Jimmy
Plug
Mack.
for you, Jimmy.
Jimmy
Hey, Kiefer,
McQuillan
plug for
also
you.
in
Plug for you.
Savannah. Wish there was a rose for every play
He
the
said
game.
it. I wish it was
Jimmy
a rose.
Mack, God
Yes,
rest
he
his
did.
soul.
Cheers to Jimmy McQuillan.
Mack, yep.
If you didn't know Jimmy McQuillan, God bless him. You wish
He's
you
a
did.
great
I
man.
guarantee you that. That's who taught me how to play.
But you'll have a video. We're going to be here for the next 4 days. You'll have a video of us, you know, of me with the hole-in-one with Sean being interviewed.
Right.
But, anyway, let's go.
He's excited
You want to talk
about
about the tee times or our picks?
Well, we can go into the picks. You want to talk about our picks?
Oh, do I ever?
Well, let's get our picks out. Let's go over here. Let's start
no
off.
tee times. Hold on a minute.
This is how we ought to do this. We can go into the tee times too. We can do this.
Let's
Do you have
touch
these right
on
here?
a couple of tee times.
Well, you can touch on a couple.
Go ahead. You got them all highlighted and shit.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. I think, let's see, Tiger Woods is teeing off at 7:55, but he's teeing off on number 10, which I think is fabulous for Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is not a young man anymore, okay? It's going to be cold. It might be raining. You know what I'm saying? But Tiger Woods is teeing off at 7:55. I think it's good for him because the next tee time he has on Thursday is later in the day. Gives him time to think about his round, gets him time to go get something to eat, get back to it, and then have some rest before he gets out there again. I think it's going to be fabulous for him. I mean, do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
I mean,
I mean,
you already said Tiger's going to miss the
To be
cut.
honest with you.
So I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what that means. I just don't.
Well, to be honest with you, I wanted to talk about the tee times.
And we have a special guest today. He has been in Savannah for a while, comes from New York, but he has been a writer, analyst. He has had over 100 state and local awards. He's a great guy. He loves cooking, he loves golf as much as we do. He's passionate about it. And we'd like to welcome him to come in right now. Tim Garriter. Nice to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, man.
Good, Great to have you, man. It really is. Really is. We'd like to start off a little bit and ask you, how you got into it, how you came to Savannah, first of all, because I know you're from New York or whatever, and you come here, you join Mayberry with the rest of us, and join this little town. Just give us a little history of how you got into it.
Well, I grew up in Staten Island, New York. It's kind of the Savannah of New York. Kind of small town feel. And I was always in print journalism. Went to college for that, started doing that. And I was working for a paper in New York City. I don't know if you remember the National Sports Paper. All sports daily newspapers that were released in New York City. It lasted 16 months.
Sweet. Wasn't your fault, I guarantee.
If it sounds like it was too good to be true, it was.
Exactly.
So at the time I was relatively new to golf, but I had been writing in an earlier paper, was editing international. I wanted to get back into writing.
Right.
And so look on in the classifieds, and there's a job for a golf writer in Savannah.
There you go. Absolutely.
We're so glad to have
Came on down, and I fell in love right away. And I sat on River Street looking at the wavy girl, and decided I couldn't do this in Staten Island. I'm going to come down here and give this a
Never
try.
had that, yeah.
And I guess it was about 4 years later, I went right back to that spot and proposed to my wife on that spot.
Perfect. Awesome. Met a Savannah girl, and you were stuck. You were stuck. And we were talking earlier, we were talking about the Sheraton days back in the day when we had the hotel, the Hidden Paradise, we call it here. It's changed hands, but it's still a great course. But Tim remembers it like I do, and Brent does growing up.
We were fortunate to grow up on that course. Just to give y'all a little info about the Hunter boys. We grew up there.
They probably weren't glad we were there.
No, they definitely weren't glad.
We were banned there a few
months.
months, I guarantee you that, Tim. But he remembers the old course like we do. Back in the day when they had the Michelob Georgia Open here. It was a PGA tournament.
Couple of those out there.
Yeah. And And I'm sure you covered a little bit of that, didn't you?
Yeah, I sure did. We were talking about some of the people who played in that. I know Franklin Langham won one year down there.
Yeah, Tim Simpson played. That was back in the days of Rosanova. If you want to go back to the Mahal days or whatever, and Dino's did, and Dean Martin, and everything else. So tell me, how did you get into, loving the Augusta National? And
well, the line that I've been using for many years, and I just changed a year at the end, is I moved to Savannah for 6 months, 28 years. But the truth to that line is I moved to Savannah to cover one Masters. And this year would have been my 29th Masters.
that's awesome.
Yeah, WTOC did not get credentials this year. They obviously had to come way back. I think they gave out about 100 credentials.
Yeah.
A lot of those were local in Augusta and international.
Yeah, I was watching some of the interviews today and how serious they were about it, which, I'm just glad it happened.
Exactly. And, it just kind of shows the class of Augusta National. Is they said that anybody who's been credentialed up to this point, we're going to provide you with all the interviews, with video, with all the information that's important.
Yeah.
And you can cover the tournament remotely. So that's what we're going to do.
And I heard they're sending sandwiches out to you getting like a box of egg salad sandwiches?
Whatever makes it make sense.
I don't know if you want them all the way from Augusta or not. I don't know. So another question: what do you think about today's Masters versus last year? Tiger won last year, but the whole aura of it's different. Everything about it's different. What do you think?
It's amazing. I think we figured out that the only thing that can overshadow Tiger Woods is COVID-19.
Exactly.
Because nobody's talking about Tiger going in. He's a defending champion, 5-time winner, and
Good time Nicholas was record. Nobody's even talking about it.
but it's just so odd. I'm hearing all the players talk this week. They are just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Just happy to have a chance to play a 2020 Masters. They know it's not going to be the same. Of course, it might play a little bit differently. You've got to be more because of the weather conditions.
Yeah.
But it's going to look a lot different.
Yeah, look a lot different. I think it's all of that. You have a favorite.
It's really hard. It's really hard not
You
to
got
say
one in
Bryson
your head.
DeChambeau.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, that's what we hear about.
I mean, you guys know, of course, the longest club he hit into a 4 or 5 or strike round was 6 hours.
That's what I heard.
He hit 6 away for 13.
And that's
And drive number 3.
he handed over the
He
whole
can
time.
Yeah.
No problem. 340 yards.
Yeah, and he won the last
Yeah.
But he also had a great putting weekend.
Very chipping me.
He can hit his
And that's what they don't talk about.
And if he doesn't do those 2 things in Augusta,
He doesn't hit every square where he got it. Even though he hits it 300 yards, he still can putt. He has great short. Nobody talks about that.
I would love to see Rory in Grand Slam.
Saying anything good.
But, we did picks this morning on a podcast from WTC, and I picked a guy there, and I think I got some receiver. So I picked Justin Thomas. Because he's a guy, he hits it long enough, he's a great iron player, he's got great short game. But he's one of these guys who, when he gets on a roll, he takes it.
Yeah, everything he
And
does.
he takes it low, and he can run away from you. So the important thing to him is to get off to a good start. If he can get it done with the ball, who knows what condition is going to be the first day. But if he can get out there and get rolling.
Times I really did. But there's so many of them, and I don't really want to talk
Well,
about
let's just narrow it down to the favorites. I'll tell you what we'll do. You take your first pick, your number 1 pick, and then we'll see when he tees off who he's teeing off with. Let's look at it. Now, who's your number 1 pick?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot like that.
Well, on the spot. I've got mine. You want to go me first?
Well, shit. Hand me that. Well, I mean, John, will you help me out? Will you hand me that black bag over there, please?
Oh, absolutely.
He's got a black bag. Should I move off the...
Lawrence,
wait a
can
minute.
you pan in on...
Should I
can
move
you
off
pan
the
in on
set?
Sean and get me off or no?
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Hello, this is
John Henderson.
Hey,
Yes,
John
man,
Henderson.
put it all together.
Center of the universe. He puts this stuff on.
Hey,
For us, rubbing and grubbing, everything. I mean, he does
Lawrence
everything.
Bennett, Dan Folds.
We're going to do that in a minute.
Brandon Bain.
I'm gonna
and
tell y'all-
everybody else is
Let him
involved
go.
in the Center of the universe.
He just got the Oscar. He just got the Oscar. We had no idea.
Yes. Thank you guys.
I award you with the gopher. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, buddy. Love you.
Before I tell you who my number 1 pick, well, I'm going to go my long shot. Let's do long shot first.
You want to go long shot first?
Long shot first.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to go long shot first. My long shot is Matt Wolff. Oh!
Woo, Matthew
Wolff. The kid is amazing.
Obviously, Brent is sticking with the
The kid is
long
amazing.
players. The
He's
guys that
21
hit
years
long.
old. You got to remember,
He's young.
18 months ago, he was at Oak State. He's a baby. He's a kid.
He's young.
And he marks his ball all
Well, you
messed
say he's
up,
a
but
baby. Tiger won when he was 21. He's 22.
He's not Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
won
He's
when
just a baby. We'll see what he does.
That's what I'm saying. You got to give him
He
credit.
finished second at the U.S. Open, the DeChambeau. You know
Right.
this. He tied for fourth at the PGA. The kid's ready to play. He's got nerves of steel.
I like Matthew Wolff. I don't have a problem with him. I think he, even being young, he handles nerves better. And I think he will play better without the galleries, too. I agree with that. I don't have a problem with him.
And his odds, we were going to talk about odds, but we're not talking about
now,
odds.
let's talk about who he's playing with. Who's he playing with tomorrow? You have that?
Well, we got it right
Look
here,
that
don't we?
up. See what time he's looking.
This might take me a minute.
Because it plays into key to me who he's playing with.
He's playing with Bubba Watson. Bubba Watson.
Bubba Watson's a Georgia
Tommy
boy.
Fleetwood from England.
I'm a Bulldog. I went to Georgia. You went to Georgia? Bubba Watson's a Bulldog.
11:27
Let's
a.m.
go
on
with
the
him.
10th tee.
He's good.
Okay, go ahead. Who's your long
So
shot?
let me tell you this. He's playing with Bubba Watson. Who knows the course? Who's won?
Bubba Watson.
Experience
He's
is
a
the thing.
crybaby.
I don't care if he cried after he won. I'd cry if I even got to play. I'm just saying Bubba Watson's got the experience. I think he might even show him a little bit the first day teeing off. What time are they teeing off?
10:27, I think.
I think that's a good tee
Number
time.
10 tee.
It might be a little drier.
11:27. I'm sorry.
then. Even better. Probably be drier by then. I think
I
the
just want
rain's
to hear
gonna
your
be in
long
the morning.
shot. Long shot. What's yours?
My long
We're all
shot.
picking a long shot, and we're gonna pick our top 3 to win.
Yeah.
A long shot. We got 4 total.
You
Just
pick.
to let y'all
You know what's good is he picked a long shot that's never really won a major. I've got Tommy Fleetwood.
That's
I
your
like-
long shot.
That's my long shot, Tommy Fleetwood.
And they're playing in the same group together. Isn't that something?
He playing with Bubba too.
Why do you
yeah.
think Tommy Fleetwood can win? What has he done?
The guy, I just love his game. He's got a great long iron game. So he doesn't hit the ball as far as most of them. He averages about 301, 302, I think, with his driver, which is a little further back, which can get him in trouble. But he has a long iron play to play it, and his short game is phenomenal. I'm just saying, Tommy Fleetwood's got the game. He's just got to put it together. I really do. And he
appreciate it.
He hadn't
He's out of
played
golf.
really good in the States.
No.
But I think, he's a European. He played great over there. He's just got to bring it over. I think if he gets his game narrowed down, gets everything together, his short game, his long iron play, I think he nails it.
You got to putt. You got to putt to win a Masters. But I have respect that pick. Tommy Fleetwood's a hell of a golfer.
Thank you, buddy.
From
I appreciate
England,
that. Man.
by the way. And he looks pretty out there.
I'm about to hug you
His
right
teeth,
now
His
just
teeth
'cause
don't
you
look
agree
too
with
pretty.
me.
He's got long, pretty hair like Sean does.
I don't
and
have
his
long-
teeth don't look too pretty.
Thank
But
you.
I don't know if they have dentists in England.
Thank
but
you.
hey, that's
think it's
nothing
great.
to do with me. That's a different
All
subject.
right. Now,
right.
which golfer you want to go to?
My
now?
third golfer, I'm going to tell you my number 1 pick in a minute. My third
Okay.
golfer is John Rahm from Spain. The guy, as long as he keeps his attitude
Just because he
together-
hit a hole in one the other day. I mean, come
his
on.
attitude sucks. He gets a little pissed off,
Well, he's aggressive. He is a
He's
competitor. You remember he used to get pissed off.
And the last 2 years of the Masters, he's had 2 top 10 finishes. Okay? This year, he really ain't done that much shit. He's 23rd at U.S. Open, which really isn't that great. The Shadow Creek CJ Cup.
He's played
a few
great,
weeks
man.
ago, he finished 17th.
Isn't he favored in this tournament?
But he finished in the Zozo Championship.
He plays great. I don't mind that
Second.
pick. He's a competitor.
Second to Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah.
Did you see what Patrick Cantlay? Well, go ahead, let me tell you this. My
Go ahead,
number
tell your
2
story.
pick is Patrick Cantlay.
Hey, I'll be back with you in a minute. Brent's just going to go through his picks, and we'll come back to me in a minute. He's in a zone right now. Let him zone through it.
In the middle of October, Patrick Cantlay on the final round had 9 birdies. How many holes
I
are
remember
there?
that.
How many holes are there? 18?
Yeah.
He birdied 50% of the holes. He had 9 birdies and won the
Well, you
Zozo.
went down with the second
And he
pick.
beat up Jean Rahm.
I like Patrick
I went
Cantlay.
ahead
He's
and
good.
told my second pick.
That's fine. That's
Go
fine.
ahead.
Do you want me to get back?
Go ahead. You tell me.
You want to hear my third pick?
Sure.
My third pick, or my third pick of it is,
Spit it out, man. Shit.
I'm trying to. It's Jason Day. And I like Jason Day. He played good last week. He's starting to get his game back together. He's won a major. He's got experience in that, having that pressure on him. I think he's really going to do good. He's got the overall game. He kills the ball too. He can do whatever he wants. And when his putter is on, it's on. It really is. When he gets that spider going, when that putter, he is on fire. And I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I think he's got the experience.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and go back to my second pick, Patrick Cantlay.
Right?
The kid's 28 years old. turned pro in 2012, 8 years ago.
Right.
Last year, he finished tied for 9th in the Masters, even though he bogeyed 16 and 17 on Sunday. And he won the Zozo Championship, like I told you, 9 birdies. I mean, he's a great pick, I think. He's got a good head on his shoulders. And I think he's.
I like him. I like Patrick Cantley. I think he's a great player. He, like you said, he makes a lot of birdies. He's got a great
9 birdies. Ain't but 18 holes.
Well,
That's
that's what
50%
I
of
just-
those, bud.
You can't even give him a compliment because but whatever. He makes a lot of birdies. He's got a great putter when it's on fire.
I know
I like
about
the pick.
What's
You
your
know,
number 2, bud?
My number 2 is Justin Thomas.
Okay.
We've talked about Justin Thomas. That was Tim's pick earlier when we interviewed him. I love Justin Thomas. I mean, you're talking about an overall game that when it's on, it's on. The guy doesn't quit. It's unbelievable. I mean, I love the guy. He's won before.
That's a great pick.
I mean, I really like him. If you watch him, he's determined. The guy practices more than anybody I know. I think I saw him.
You
on the
know him?
Saw him on the driving.
Practice anybody you know.
Anybody
you know
I
his
know
ass?
watching golf.
I think DeChambeau's
I must
that guy.
clarify for Mr. Arnie Palmy over here. But anyway, he was on the driving range today. He looked good. They were talking about him. He had Mickelson talking to him. He had different golfers talking to him. I think they came over to see what he was doing, see his drill.
And they're not
that's the way I
talking
see
about
it.
him. They're not talking about
Believe
him.
you me.
Or Koepka.
I saw
or
John.
DJ,
I saw John Rahm,
number one in
of
the
his
world.
picks, walk over to him, and Mickelson pulling clubs, looking at their clubs out the bag. He's trying to figure it out. Like he's watching that guy. He's hearing something, seeing something. I'm just saying. I like Justin Thomas, but that's my pick. You agree with that?
I like that. That's a good pick.
No, let's get to your favorite. I can't wait. I mean, who doesn't know?
You wanna go
Who
before
doesn't
me?
know what this is? We already know what it is. Why don't you just say it?
Well, let me go ahead and put this on real quick. Ooh. I wish I had a steroid
I'll be
shot
here.
in my
I'll
ass.
be here the next 4 days. I can't watch this.
Now, the reason I got this,
Charlie.
we call him Bryson Douche-Shambo. Douche. Now, the reason why I call him Douche-Shambo
Charlie,
is
you give me
because 2019 Northern Trust Open, that's when everybody was getting on to him for slow playing.
You can't
Let
make
me put
this
this right
shit up.
here. You can hold that for a minute. I call him Douche. Bryson Douche-Shambo. 2019 Northern Trust Open. He had an 8-foot
Play
putt.
right
He
there.
took, what, 2 minutes and 20 seconds for an 8-foot
He's
putt.
very
That's when all
slow.
his fellow players started bitching. And he still missed a putt.
I actually think they have him.
But now, if you look at it, that was 2019. Year and a half later, now what are they doing? They're bringing launch pads on the range. Everybody's listening. Everybody's picking his ear.
Let me tell you what to compare it to. Let's go ahead and compare it to Sergio Garcia.
Hey, can I tell my
You remember
one
how
thing?
slow he is?
He's not playing 'cause
He's
of
not
COVID.
playing. He's got the COVID. So obviously the Masters is going to get done a lot quicker than it usually would.
Because of
Sergio's
Sergio,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
the-
DeChambeau or DeChambeau is exactly the
That's
same.
all they're talking about. The guy's
Slow.
a beast. He knocks the shit
You
out
don't
the
want to
ball.
play with the guy.
He hits a 340 plus.
That's great, but it
He's a
takes you
beast.
20 minutes to do it.
And like we said earlier, the best finish in the Masters, top 21st, 2016 as an amateur. But
Yeah.
DeChambeau is what I call him. And I think that is hilarious. And the reason why I named DeChambeau, I didn't like him at the beginning. I thought he was slow playing everybody. But this year, at the 2020 Masters, he's got everybody on a puppet string. Everybody wants to be DeChambeau.
Let me explain something to you.
Everybody's asking you questions. Hey, don't touch my douche. Are you kidding me? I'll squirt it all.
Exactly where I was going with it. I'm so
Are you
glad
kidding
you
me?
came
Yeah.
in there and did that. He's divorced. I'm divorced. What is he doing with it? I don't get it. I don't know what
Let
he's
me just say this. TBC in Summerlin.
I never want to
At
touch your douche
TBC in
again.
Summerlin,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago,
Oh, yeah.
DeChambeau is playing in a tournament. He's on the driving range. The head professional
sorry.
and everybody came out, and they moved him 40 yards back on the driving range because the beast, I don't know if
The
he's getting
beast.
steroids
Now
in his
he's a
ass
beast. A minute
or
ago he was a
whatnot.
douche. Now
he's
he's a
hitting the
beast.
ball in residential neighborhoods on back porches. They backed his ass up 40 yards. Just so he wouldn't like break windows in the
That's because he was
residential
hitting it
neighborhood.
100
What
yards
does that tell
right.
you?
He was hitting it 100 yards
As
right.
well as the Wednesday before in the Pro-Am, he shot 59 on his own ball. The guy's on his own ball. The guy's on
I
fire.
got it.
He's got the
Y'all
short
get it?
game. He knocks the shit out the ball. Everybody wants to be DeChambeau. He's got a science
Who
to
didn't
it.
know what his pick was? That's
And if
what
you're
I
a
want to know.
young kid and you're not listening to what DeChambeau has to
Please
offer
do
in the
not
game
do
of
what
golf,
DeChambeau does.
you're missing out. You need to start listening to him. That's all I got to say.
Listen
so,
to him. So, you know, go to the gym every day, get bulked
Douche.
up, If you can't play golf, at least you'll be a linebacker for Georgia Bulldogs. I don't know what to tell you. The guy's that big. He can't. I don't even know how he swings.
Hey, let's just hear your number one pick so we can get out of here.
I got my number one pick for you.
Oh my God, here we go. What are we doing? You got a sash?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it looks so pretty.
Now this is
looks as
my
pretty
father
as
was the
Justin
grand
Thomas.
marshal of the parade, and I'm going with the Irishman Rory McIlroy is what I'm going with. I'm just saying. I'm sticking with my heritage.
Damn, nobody
sticking with Rory.
Nobody like them.
Let me tell you this. He is going to win this Grand Slam. He's going to get this overall Grand Slam. He looked good today. I think he's got his game back together. If his putter's on, he's on.
You got
what
to
do
putt.
you think?
You got to putt.
Well,
You got to make the putt. You got to get the ball in the hole. Just
But
like
I love
in
the people
October,
that say you
November
can't putt,
baseball,
you can't putt. You're
your
not
bat's
playing.
got to be hot.
You're not playing in the Masters if you can't putt. I'm just saying. It's just the time it's on or it's off. Rory's got the long iron play.
I know,
Rory kills the ball. He's a murderer of the ball.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a beast.
Do you
as
remember
Brent would say.
2011? Oh, shit. 10, 11, and 12.
Here we go.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You don't think that's just going to get in the back of his head?
No, not now.
He tripled 10,
and let me tell you this.
bogeyed 11,
we
and
don't
double
have
12.
the galleries in Augusta, and I think
That's
that
gonna help
affects
him.
Rory. I think not having the galleries is going to help him. Rory doesn't like all that attention, doesn't like him going, go Rory, don't do it, oh Rory, you know.
Yep.
I think it's really going to help Rory. I think he's going to be able to concentrate more. I think he's going to focus on his game. He's not going to have all the distractions that you have during the usually Augusta. And I think it's wonderful. Now let's see who Rory is playing with tomorrow. Do we know? Can we look at it? Where's he at? Do you see it?
God damn, you blind, bud?
I can't see anymore.
It's that cocktail.
Oh, let me tell you this. He's playing with Brent's pick, Patrick Cantlay, and he's playing with Dustin Johnson, teeing off at 12 o'clock.
Nobody's even talking about them guys.
You talking about Patrick Cantlay? We ain't
I thought about Patrick Kelly.
I thought that was one of your
Me and you haven't
picks.
even talked about DJ or
We ain't got that
Koepka.
far, Brent.
Well, we about done with this shit. I mean, I'm done.
Well, I'm glad you're done with it. But he is playing with Dustin Johnson tomorrow, who is what in the world now?
Number one, buddy. Number one in the world. Nobody's talking about him. You can't.
We really hadn't talked about him, but we'll go with him. You know, nobody's really talked about him either. The Gus, I saw his interview. He cracks me up. I mean, the guy is funny as hell. He's talking about it, and they're talking about DeChambeau, his number one
You like my
pick.
hat, don't you?
I can't deal with the hat. You get a hat like that, you get a free bowl of soup, but it looks good on you. I don't know what to say to you. But he's talking about DeChambeau. DeChambeau said
You like my
his
hat? You like my
par,
hat type?
his par at the Augusta is 67. Isn't that what he said?
DeChambeau?
Yeah, I feel like my even par at Augusta is 67. What does that mean?
That means if he shoots
Oh, he
par,
picked-
he breaks the record of
What?
270,
He already-
18 under.
It obviously to
He
me,
shoots 20 under.
I
He's
get
going to
it.
break records.
Can I talk?
He's destroying
Can I
the
talk?
course.
Can I
Yeah.
talk? So DeChambeau puts the pressure on himself to say his even par is 67.
He can deal with it.
I think he should over par tomorrow, to be honest with you. So they asked Dustin.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
They asked Dustin Johnson what his even par was, and he said, I don't know. Look at the scorecard. If you add up the holes, it comes to 72. That's my even par. Why would you put the pressure of 67 as
He's
even
Mr.
par?
Science.
He shoots 68. He's actually 400. But to him, he's one over.
He's treating everybody like a bunch of little puppets. He's got them all in little
He's
strings.
spinning like a top.
He's going to break records this year.
He's spinning like a top. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
2020 Masters. He's going to break record. 18 under that Tiger Woods shot in 97, and I think Spieth tied it in 2000 something, blah, blah, 270. It's over with. He's going to break it. He's going to shoot 2200. You heard it here.
I don't
From
know,
the Hart
buddy.
Brothers.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Hey, well, I had fun, buddy. Did you have fun?
Man, I had a great time.
We'll be here for the next 4
We're
days.
going to be here for the next 4 days. We're going to keep it up. I wish we could have talked more. Wish
But
we
that's
could have
okay.
really got into it. But I think we got some things. You heard our picks. You got them. I hope you wrote them down. I hope y'all were having a few cocktails.
There's
like
so
we
much
were.
more to talk about, but hey, we're on a
I
time
mean,
crunch here.
Well,
you know?
we were playing golf here. We had our caddy, Christina. I don't know where she
I
went.
hope
I've
she
only
comes
had
back.
one Arnold Palmer.
I pray to
I'm
God
gonna
she
go
comes
have
back.
plenty more. But we really do.
But, hey, here we go. We're the Herb Brothers.
What?
Stay tuned.
What
If you
guy
like
can't?
us,
What
stay
guy can't
tuned.
yell
If
for
not-
when he does that? But love y'all. See y'all this week. Hope you'll join us again for this.
Go
It's always a
douchebag.
pleasure.
DeChambeau, baby.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh!
This guy, you can't make this up. I don't know how we do it. God bless you.
Let me give this little guy my microphone. I'm out.
And don't forget, this week, Coach's Corner is doing food of the Masters. They will probably have pimento cheese sandwiches. We don't know yet, but whatever it is, it's food of the masters. Come join us. It's the center of the universe. We love this place. Love y'all. God bless you.
Couldn't have been done there better.
Was it good?
I couldn't have been done there better.